Now, you know, in Victoria, business owners have been warning now that we're going to see tens of thousands of job losses and really a number of restaurant closures, hundreds of restaurant closures, unless the Dan Andrews government removes restrictions, including the one person per 2 square metre rule, which is something that's pretty much all around the country as well. Victorian business owners have also slammed the extension of the state of emergency powers. Dan Andrews' government secured a 9-month extension this week, which has alarmed many in the business community who fear we're going to see more snap lockdowns in the future. Joining the Friday Showdown now is the fantastic restaurateur Caterina Borsato, who runs Caterina's in the Melbourne CBD. Caterina, tell us about the mood in Melbourne's hospitality sector and what troubles you about the emergency powers being extended.
Hi, Rita. Well, gosh, we're going to be reliving last year again, in a sense, because it's all about the uncertainty. I mean, myself, I've been here for just over 25 years, and I have been in a city which is all full of small business, and the city needs small business without a doubt. We are great employers of people within the city, and we feed people and we add to the vibrancy of the city. But with this extension of the emergency powers, that just gives me uncertainty, because it's not just about myself as a business owner, but we've got to talk about all our team behind us. We've got to give them some kind of, I don't know, positivity moving forward. And we always, you know, health is number one. We've never said that. We do it well here in Melbourne. We know how to follow the rules. I think we showed that during the lockdown. But this extension just means to me and all my fellow hospos, and I'm sure it includes all the retailers, everybody in the CBD, we are very worried, absolutely.
Caterina, thank you for everything you do with your wonderful restaurant in Melbourne. Tell us, what do you think the impact of the withdrawal of the JobKeeper payment will be come the end of March?
Well, the whole point about JobKeeper was to assist us in keeping our staff. However, in the CBD, we are devoid of people. I think, you know, I've been here in Queen Street 25 years, and what I see on my street is devastating. In fact, one of the initiatives by the Melbourne City Council that had all the beautiful green zones, I actually didn't even apply for it because I felt that that needed to go to the cafes and more fast food businesses, because, you know, mine is a restaurant where we're getting probably a higher spend, and I've also got 25 years trading history. So I thought, I'm going to leave it to them because they need it. They've had no people in the city. They are slowly returning, but it is nothing like what it was. I mean, the government's got to realise, do they want the city to return to what it was? It was vibrant, it was lively, it was happening. There's nothing happening at the moment. And
it really is.
The uncertainty.
No, you're so right,
Really,
Caterina. Anyone
it's
who's
lacking.
been around the CBD in recent weeks, it is just depressing. It really is, to see what Melbourne has been reduced to. It is like a ghost town in so many areas that were once vibrant. Looking ahead to the next 2-3 years, how many businesses do you think in the CBD are going to survive? How many can weather any more of this storm?
Well, that's a very difficult question, Rita, because obviously I am a more mature person and I've been here for 25 years. So what it means is that, you know, I've got a family or a daughter that's out of high school and, you know, school fees and whatever. You know, I had a bit of savings in the bank, but because of my age, I was in a very different position to most people. But most young people running small businesses that are at 20, 30, 40, they don't have that. They didn't have years of putting money away in the good times. So they have been totally decimated as far as I'm concerned. And even though there's been a little bit of a holiday with their rents and stuff, there's no way that they can get the money in quickly enough to survive. I mean, who in God's right would want to open up any form of restaurant in the middle of the CBD, knowing full well that the government has the power to close us down at any given time? I mean, I think everybody in Melbourne saw what happened over Valentine's Day. You know, all those businesses, and I wasn't one of those businesses because I trade Monday to Friday, Rita, but all those businesses that had stock, staff, flowers, whatever it was. I mean, I just can't, no, I can imagine because I watch my colleagues suffering through it. So it's devastating, absolutely.
Now, if you have just one message for the Dan Andrews government, what would that be?
Well, do they want to see people employed? That's the first thing. So give us some hope. And we will always adhere to what is right to make this city safe. There is no doubt about that. But the Dan Andrews government, they have to give us some assurances. You know, retail, I include retail in this because they're very close to me at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, if they're going to close us down, give us the money so we can keep our businesses alive and actually give our staff some hope that they've got jobs that are safe. Because if I was somebody employed, I'd be worried at this point in time. I would be really worried. And we know that Melbourne, the CBD and Greater Melbourne, we are a huge employer of people, of staff that look after our small businesses. That is the fabric of what we are here in Melbourne, and it is absolutely devastating. So I hope that the government listens to us and just gives us a little bit of hope. If you're going to close us down, you've got to make sure that there is some monetary, not just a little bit, not $3,000. That's going to go nowhere. That goes nowhere. It's got to be a lot more than that.
Caterina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Nick.